Now, viewers, this morning, Republic broke the story of how Congress ignored concerns over trade with China and pushed the RCEP in 2012. In fact, then we told you how money from Prime Minister's National Relief Fund and Exchequer money was allegedly siphoned to the Gandhi Family Trust. Now, Republic has more proof of sensational Congress-China link. 2004 document of Rajiv Gandhi Foundation shows that the RGF tied up with a Chinese lobbying group. So more proof has now emerged in the Congress-China link, and now way back in 2004 is when a document of the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation shows that RGF had tied up with a Chinese lobbying group as well. In fact, this morning is when Republic had broken the story of how the Congress ignored the concerns over trade with China and had pushed the RCEP in 2012. Then we also told you how money from the Prime Minister's National Relief Fund was also siphoned to the Gandhi Family Trust. Let's go across to my colleague Niranjan, who's also joining us with more on this. Niranjan, over to you.
Well, if you look at the website of the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation, and we've been talking about the kind of donations that came in, and this was essentially money that was siphoned from different ministries to the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation, as mentioned also in the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation website in different reports and audits about where and who was giving money to the trust in the first place. Now, there's a very interesting mention, Richa, and we'll tell you about that. There is a direct Chinese lobbying group link, a Chinese government, a Communist Party of China lobbying group that was, a go-between between the Chinese government, the Chinese PLA, and foreign, governments. Let me tell you, if you look at the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation website, it's in the year 2004, 2005, and the details of activities that was undertaken by the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation. In that particular section, there is a mention. Let me tell you the mention also says, let me tell you the exact, it mentions the China Association. So if you're looking at the 2004-2005 activity of this Rajiv Gandhi Foundation, under the Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Contemporary Studies, there is a mention, point number 3, under that says, China Association for Internationally Friendly Contact. China Association for Internationally Friendly Contact. Now, this China Association for Internationally Friendly Contact is actually a lobbying group. And there is a picture of Sonia Gandhi with I'll tell you the name of the person as well. This is Sonia Gandhi with the representative of the China Association for Internationally Friendly Contact. Let me also tell our viewers a little bit about this group. The Rajiv Gandhi Foundation has admitted that a link to this group by making that mention. Now, this is a lobbying group that promotes the Communist Party of China and also the PLA. Now, in the description page, if you go through the different media reports, the description page mentions the China Association for Internationally Friendly Contact as a front for liaison department of the political work department of the Central Military Commission, active in overseas influence operations. Notice the words, active in overseas influence operations to promote the interests of the Communist Party of China, performs dual roles. Now, this is as per an intelligence report, I think, which came out, which was also published in certain sections of the media as well, and also the US intelligence, says that this group performs dual roles of intelligence collection, conducting propaganda and perception management campaigns, which is what they are experts at. Now, these are details available. And you also have the Congress interim president with a representative of this particular group from the year 2009. Now, what does this prove? This proves that the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation was working closely with a liaison or a lobbying group from China. This lobbying group was close to the Communist Party of China and also the PLA, and acted as a liaison department, lobbying with different foreign governments. And according to different versions, especially in the Western media, this particular group is described as a group that performs dual roles of intelligence collection, conducting propaganda, and also perception management campaigns between the Chinese PLA, the Communist Party of China, and different governments. Now, The Rajiv Gandhi Foundation mentions this group, which means they were working closely with this group, which is mentioned in that particular year. I also have Pradeep Bhandari joining us. This is a very big and a very explosive link coming on the back of the reports of the Chinese embassy also making donations to the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation. This morning we told you how different ministries, different public sector units, public sector banks had donated to this particular Rajiv Gandhi Foundation run by the Gandhi family between the years 2005 and 2015. For 10 years we accessed those records, including government money. Government money is public money. Public money is your taxes, my taxes, all our money going into the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation Trust. Now, why did that happen? I think there are some questions that will be raised and have to be raised also about the Chinese lobbying group that they were working closely with, because your public money, my public money, I didn't agree to, or you didn't agree to, or the people of India didn't agree to our public money being given to the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation Trust and them working with a Chinese lobbying group. I think this is a very explosive link that is also emerging. Pradeep, what more are you picking up and how do you view the developments?
Absolutely, Niranjan. In fact, these developments tell us that the Congress party has become synonymous to, at this moment, till the time the Congress party does not come clean, is becoming synonymous to corruption, connivance and conspiracy. Because look at this, the Congress party in 2005, the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation gets donation from the Chinese, the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation gets donation from the Chinese Embassy and the People's Republic of China. And you have, as you clearly pointed out, in the same year, that is in 2004-05, there is a link where the Communist Party of China, the wing of the Communist Party of China, which is involved in propaganda machinery. So the question number one is, did the Chinese interference?
Stay with me. I have Ajay Datta. Steve, I'm sorry for interrupting you there, Pradeep. Pradeep, I'm sorry for interrupting you there. I have Ajay Datta on the phone line, and Ajit Datta, I beg your pardon. Ajit Datta is on the phone line. Ajit Datta is a journalist, and he also tweeted about this earlier. Ajit, looking at the link now, this particular group that we're talking about, we did some basic research. Now, the basic research that you do about this group that is also mentioned on the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation website, that is the China Association for Internationally Friendly Contact. Now, primary research shows you that this group was linked to the Communist Party of China. There were a lobbying group, a liaison group between the Chinese government, the PLA and foreign governments, and raises many questions, of course.
Yes, so actually there isn't much online about this group. Their own official website, of course, sugarcoats what they do. But according to Wikipedia, and if I can just read out to you what they do according to Wikipedia, which makes it rather disturbing. They say that the China Association for International Friendly Contact is a united front organization subordinate to the liaison department of the political work department of the Central Military Commission. It was founded in 1984 and is active in overseas influence operations to promote the interests of the Communist Party of China, China Economic and Security Review Commission, and it performs the dual roles of intelligence connection and conducting propaganda and perception management campaigns. So that should give you an idea of the kind of people that the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation was involved with.
Okay, Ajit, thank you for joining us here on Republic TV. Let's go back and also get in Pradeep Bhandari. Pradeep Bhandari, the fact that many of these names have emerged of who donated to the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation Trust, and among them, of course, the Prime Minister's Relief Fund. I mean, Relief Fund money was also donated to the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation Trust, which by itself calls itself a private body not open to public scrutiny. Then why was public money being siphoned to this trust or sent to this trust or being donated? They called it donation, but there are also questions that were asked in Parliament many years ago on whether there was a circular issued to government employees asking for donations to the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation Trust. There was a budget allocation made for the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation Trust in 1991 or 92, which of course did not go through, but raises questions about the motive and how different Congress governments may have bent backwards to please the family trust.
Absolutely, Niranjan, and in fact, the circumstantial evidences and the incidental evidences point at two things. Number one is that there is a possibility of corruption, and number two, there is an increasing influence and role of China in the Indian political process. Now this has to be investigated because this is extremely serious. Now look at this, Niranjan. From 2004-5, since the time Rajiv Gandhi Foundation started to get money from the different wings of the Communist Party of China, you had, after 3 years, Sonia Gandhi becoming the first president of a party getting a welcome in China akin to a president. Now what was the reason for a party president to get welcome in China akin to the president of this country? Number two, in 2008 the Prime Minister's visit was postponed because Sonia Gandhi had to visit Beijing, and she was the only individual who was not the head of the state at the Beijing Olympics representing India. Why was China giving so many favors and undue proximity to the Gandhi family is a very legitimate question. And look at the economic angle to it. The trade, everybody has pointed at the trade deficit part of Niranjan, but the import duty, there were 250 items on which the import duty was reduced substantially. Now I will give you an instance. In 2011, India was not an importer of bamboo, but the import duty was reduced, was increased, in fact was reduced from 30% to roughly around 10%, because of which the India started importing bamboo. So I am just trying to point out here, Niranjan, as you've been mentioning, that these things point that there has to be an investigation that what was the political role of China from 2004-5 till 2013. Were there any strategic economic favors which were given to the Chinese in terms of influencing and maneuvering the public policy at that time? Number three, what was the need for the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation to get extremely close to the Communist Party of China? What were the favors given? There has to be an investigation. The Gandhis have to come out and explain to the people, because if there is a Chinese interference, then this amounts to akin to a treason, Niranjan.
Well, this is the big, very, very explosive link that has emerged. In fact, we spoke to Subramaniam Swamy, Dr. Swamy this afternoon. Not just that, even sitting ministers are talking about it. Many people asking for an investigation. Now, the story is simple. There is a private trust, private, P-R-I-V-A-T-E, private trust called the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation Trust. Simple, private trust called the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation Trust. It's a private trust run by a family, by a private family which is also into politics. Why was this private trust getting money from China, Chinese embassy? Why was it getting money from different government ministries? Why was it getting money from the relief fund? Prime Minister's relief fund money between 2005 and 2015 was donated to the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation Trust. From different ministries was donated or siphoned to the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation Trust. Why did that happen? Relevant questions and the calls for investigation are increasing this evening. We're taking a short break and coming back with a story broken by Republic TV this morning. Stay tuned.